Today on Level Up, we're going to be talking about why it's essential to have an emergency fund for your business. Hey, everybody, we're Kate and Katie of the Private Practice Startup, and Level Up is a series, tongue twister, all about you, where we help you build and grow your dream practice and live your dream life.
Yes, and before we dive into this episode, we want to make sure that we say thank you to TherapyNotes for being a great support of Startup Nation and for sponsoring this series. If you're in need of an awesome EHR, definitely check them out. Use code PPS as in Private Practice Startup for your first 2 months for free. Oh gosh, this is a good topic. And we probably have about like 10 different stories that we could share with you guys about different types of emergencies. We live here in South Florida. We have hurricanes. We have been without power for over a week at a time. And I can remember several years ago, actually, like, I guess it was about 4 years ago, we had this giant hurricane that came through and we had no power in the office for 2 weeks, actually. And I moved our whole group practice to another location down the street that actually had power at their office. And for that first week, we had zero income that came in, absolutely zero. I was interviewing my new assistant and at Starbucks. So I had like back-to-back interviews at Starbucks. It's kind of a funny memory. So hurricanes happen, earthquakes happen, personal emergencies happen. You guys heard, or might have heard the story about my personal emergency with it, my appendix dying and needing to stop seeing clients. So there's all sorts of things that happen. Yes, pandemic, that is the most recent global emergency that we have had that has greatly impacted businesses and people's personal lives in many, many, many ways. So it is very, very important to have an emergency fund for your business. And one of the ways that we recommend doing that is by following the Profit First system. Katie, do you want to talk about Mike Michalowicz's amazing book and system?
I'd be happy to talk about that. And I'm also remembering another hurricane that we had. You and I had a supervision course and we had to totally change that and actually reimburse $18,000 of people who weren't able to come to the new time, but we had the emergency fund and we were actually able to recoup that by then marketing some more. So essential. Yes, Kate's right. We could tell you thousands of stories, I guess, and I didn't realize how many stories we had. But Kate and I follow the Profit First model with Mike Michalowicz. We'll put the link to the podcast that we did with him. Really essential. One of the common mistakes that therapists make starting private practice is you don't pay yourself first. It's all about the habit. It's not about the money necessarily, the amounts. Of course, we want you to be paying yourself more and more and more, but it's the habit. If you start paying taxes and expenses and personal expenses first, you're never going to build up an emergency fund. You're never going to have that habit of paying yourself. You're not going to put money in retirement or savings. So it's really about understanding all of your different like pots, piles, accounts, and making sure that you're feeding them right? Based off a percentage, right? So you could do 10%, 5%, it doesn't really matter what you're starting out as, but if you have $1,000 coming in, right? Maybe 50 goes to personal expenses, maybe 10 goes to this and 10 and 10 and 5 and 5. And then as you grow over time, you can adjust that. But having an emergency account, I do remember I've had to work a lot on my own money stuff to be where I am today in business and private practice. And I do remember when we went into the pandemic, I mean, we were definitely concerned and anxious and worried for many weeks about the pandemic, but it was the first time in my life that I actually breathed very easy because I didn't worry about money. Even if it was 6 months or a year, I wasn't worried. And that was the first time in my life. And I remember getting to that point and being like, wow, I've really manifested. This is all the work that I've done. And here's the manifestation of that. So building an emergency fund is essential for your own mental well-being, the health of your business. And also too, like, I think about, different clients you serve. A lot of times, if you serve kids, a lot of times families go on vacations in the summer and sometimes business goes down. So you also need emergency funds maybe to manage kind of the cycles of your business. If you're new and starting out and you haven't kind of predicted that yet, that would also help with some of those things. So just a few things. We hope that's helpful to you. Kate, anyone want to add anything else?
No, I think we touched on the high level, really important areas. Profit First is an amazing system. It has really given us a lot of freedom and flexibility, and not even for emergencies, just for vacation. If you want to take a vacation from your business for a month and you want to continue paying yourself, or like me, I took a 3-month maternity leave, paid myself the entire time. That's what these things allow you to do. So definitely set up these systems in your business. They are priceless for sure. And if you guys are struggling and not where you want to be in your business, maybe you're just starting out as a solopreneur, maybe you're a group practice owner, or maybe you've been established for a while, but you really need some help being able to fill your practice with clients you love and really be able to live that life that you desire. We would love to invite you to take advantage of our free playbook. It's actually the exact methodology that we use to create our six-figure private practices and helped so many other clinicians do the same. It's the Dream Private Practice Playbook. So we'll put the link for that so you can download and get started. Anything else you want to add?
No, well, I just want to say we look forward to seeing you guys on the next episode. Remember, y'all got this. Take care, everybody.
See you next time. Bye.